to Marx's view on ideology. Coming to Marx's view on ideology. So how Marx has regarded ideology. So in the previous class, we have seen what is ideology. So what is the relation between ideology and politics? So now let us try to have what we call the Marxist view of ideology. So how Marxist and particularly how Karl Marx has viewed ideology. So according to Marx, ideology is a false consciousness. It denotes a false consciousness. That means ideology is a distorted truth. So ideology signifies a distorted truth. So it is a distorted truth. That is the purpose of this ideology. The purpose of the ideology, according to Karl Marx, is to conceal the actual facts. So why the facts are concealed, why truth is what you call distorted? The only purpose of this what you call distortion is to maintain the domination, according to Marx. So ideology is an instrument of so domination. The purpose of this what you call distortion is to ensure domination of ruling class. It is to ensure domination of ruling class or the ruling class or the rulers over the what you call masses. All right. So ruling class can preserve their power. Rulers can protect their power, authority only when the masses or the common people are what you call suppressed. All right. So this ideology is used by the rulers what you call to exploit the what you call proletariats, to exploit the masses. All right. So that is how Marx has viewed. That is how the Marx has viewed about the ideology. So ideology is an instrument of. It is an instrument of domination. It is an instrument that is used to legitimize. So ideology is used. Ideology is used to legitimize the power. Legitimize power and authority. Legitimize power and authority. All right. So Karl Marx was very critical about, say for example, Karl Marx was critical about the French Revolution because according to Marx, right, the ideas that were brought out through French Revolution. So we have a different ideas that have come. We have a different ideas of equality, justice, right? So these ideas, right, that were brought through French Revolution, in fact, they are used to what you call they are used to control the society. They are used to what you call suppress the society. So these are the ideas which are used by the rulers to create an impression that the rulers are going to bring out equality or justice. But in reality, so these are false consciousness. These are a false consciousness that are being created. So this is the what you call basic views of Karl Marx on ideology. Remember, so we can say that according to Marx, power politics, right? Power politics, they are embedded in ideas. They are embedded in ideas. So ideology, so power, and this ideology is actually used to sustain the class hierarchy. So ideology is basically used, it is basically used to sustain a class hierarchy. That is to maintain that hierarchical relations between different classes. So basically, what you call the dominant class will try to control the dominant class will control the what you call the inferior class, or what you call the proletariats, by using this ideology. So this is how what you call Marx has what you call visualized or viewed on ideology. Am I clear on this? If you take Lenin's views on ideology, right? So how Lenin viewed ideology, and we'll also try to what you call compare what you call both the Marxian view as well as Lenin's view. All right. Say first, let me talk about, so parallelly what I'll do is I'll explain Lenin's view. At the same time, I will also what you call bring out the comparison. So remember, there is a contrasting views, right? There is a contrasting views on ideology by both Marx and what you call Lenin, right? So that is, Marx had a negative view on ideology, whereas Lenin has a positive view on ideology. Simply, right? So Marx has a negative view on ideology, and Lenin has what you call positive view. So if you take this, if you take Lenin, according to Lenin, right? Lenin has interpreted ideology as a neutral and necessary concept.